Huh.
He's trying to figure out the sound so you guys can hear him, or he
No,
can
so
hear
I
you
so I
guys.
can hear you guys. I heard a little bit of the question.
Well, everybody has it going through speakers and shit, so everybody can communicate. You got your mic and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say as a whole, it's. I think it's I keep on going through waves. It's like one day I want to take stuff like playing games seriously, and the next day I just want to have fun. As soon as you start adding like trying to play anything, at even of course not professional, but playing something at a competitive level, or being a part of an extracurricular activity such as being a part of a business or even um, anything like that, I don't want to like fully commit just because I like my real life. I really do enjoy being outside and doing outdoor things and being away from my computer just as much as I enjoy sitting down and fucking destroying people in Modern Warfare or having a good game on Siege. So finding that balance and trying to get serious about it, she's been super supportive.
Oh God. Okay.
She's been super supportive about it for the most part. We've had our ups and downs, but I really can't complain. Um, Sometimes I don't think she gets it. Uh, even the gameplay and anything like that. But at the end of the day, I think she supports me, and whatever makes me happy makes her happy. At least that's what I think. I could be completely off basis, and really, she was up here talking shit about me earlier, and I'll have no idea.
I'm still a bitch.
She said it's more about the time changing and you working nights is a problem more now than anything.
Yeah. Do you hear that?
Mhm.
Yeah. You know that.
You have an issue with it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Because
I
she doesn't
like
get
it.
to see
Gives me
you.
more
She's
time to
sleeping
play
when you're
games so
awake
you
and
guys
you're
stay up
sleeping
late
when
with me
she's
for no
awake.
reason.
Yeah. We've already had this conversation.
Yeah.
You know why?
You guys are taking the
Everyone's
least
totally
hit out
opposite
of
time
everybody, it
schedules.
seems.
I could see that being an issue.
Yeah.
She also said you don't last as long as.
Did you tell him?
That has been a little bit of an issue. Also, her not giving me enough pussy so I can last longer has been an issue too.
See, I'm gonna record this shit and show this to Amanda. The more we get, the better we are at it.
Of course.
I don't know why
Like-
that is, though. I wish I could tell you the truth. Because when I
Have
was
you
out
ever
just
not
whoring
been
it up,
offered,
I
like-
could go all night, and I didn't give a shit. But as soon as I had that connection with Amanda, it was like, okay, I'm sorry. I'll finish you off.
Podcast topic, our topic.
There's still
Like-
chinchilla hair floating around. What the fuck? See? She flipped it over. And then she...
Wait, what?
Yeah, she takes it and she like goes like this. She goes like a blanket and she goes, Wah! And flips it over and then... I'm sorry, did you not want it there?
This chinchilla. I feel it.
I like that little creature.
I like
I like
how
you little
treat it like a
creature.
dog. I think that's really
My question
Smart.
for
They're surprisingly
Yeah.
smart.
my question for the military people, because backstory, I was supposed to right now I would have
Say
been in the
that
Marine Corps
pisses them off.
for 3 years. If things would have went the way they were supposed to go, I would have been in the Marine Corps for 3 years right now. But I had a lot of issues with my recruiter. I had a really bad recruiter, and at the time, it was like I wanted to do video games like professionally, but I also really wanted to join the military. So like, was there a point in time where you knew like you guys being active duty, where it's like you wanted to do video games heavily, but you can't because of you being like in your actual like in a career trying to make a. Was there any like real life confliction where you were kind of second guessing gaming or what you're doing now?
Yeah, 100%. So, like, coronavirus has been great because I can just.
Yeah.
But
Shady, you broke out there for like an entire
The
sentence and a
entire
half.
thing, basically.
I did.
Yeah, after you
Yes.
said coronavirus has been
Okay,
great.
so I
That's all we
said-
got.
I said we have definitely had, like, it's definitely an issue prior to coronavirus because now I can play and stream whenever I want. But typically, I'd only play 3 days a week and then, on the weekends or one day on the weekend, just because of when I get back and trying to balance games with family time. Now, like,
With a 12-hour workday.
yeah, with a 12, at least 12-hour workday. So it's hard to get fully invested into the gaming side when you have a whole career that you have to focus on, and then
And a
I have
family.
my wife, I have my son. And in the past I was not very good at balancing that at all. It was work and video games and
Yeah,
less
When
and
about
we
it was
life
first
and
met,
became
it
son.
was
a
bad.
problem in our marriage.
But now
When we
I think
first
I'm
met, it
doing
was
better because she doesn't yell at me anymore,
Yeah,
and
don't complain anymore.
I always ask her if it's okay if I get on. You know what I mean? So now, granted, if my
Heck
stream
yeah.
took off and I started making a lot of money from Twitch, and I started putting videos on YouTube, then of course it's my job at that point, and
See?
I'd be able to get
Flipped
out.
it the
But
fuck
until
over.
I have that kind of following, it's not a possibility. Biggest
That's really.
reason is because what's up, Kano?
I would say that it's like really hard to be consistent. Like you have to choose something to give up. Like I think everyone's talked about it that like if you're running a business, you have to give up a lot of that you're doing. I know Jers knows this. Shit.
something.
When it comes
Something
to a
always
career,
has to take a
Backseat for a little bit
back
at the
seat,
very
whatever.
least.
Yeah.
yeah, and you have to split up your time. But with the military, it's like you can have the times where you're only working like 6 hours a day with the coronavirus going on right now. Dalton's home most of the time right now. I happen to be working. Um, but there's a lot of people at home a lot, so you get that like, hey, it's free time. I can play games. I can do this. I can do that. But with the army, military in a general sense, you literally go from doing nothing. Like you'll have time off. You have plenty of time to play games. You have plenty of spare time. You start investing in yourself to, hey, you're going here for 3 months. Hey, you're going on deployment here for X amount of time. Hey, you're going to be gone for a month. So Shady, let's say in the span of the next month, gets 500 followers, starts making a little bit of money, $200 a month off stream. He starts blowing up. Next month, he could be gone for an entire month, lose all those followers, lose all those subs, stop making money. Then he has to build everything back up over again. So it has to do more with like, are you in it for the long term, or for me right now, it's just a pastime. Until like this is over or I get a more consistent schedule, it's just a fun pastime that I have.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I enlisted when I was 17. I had my mom and my dad sign paper stuff. So it was like my mom kind of sat me down because I was streaming at the time too. Like I was still, coming home from PT and streaming like 3 hours, and then she was asking me. She was like, she's like, because at the time I didn't know how serious joining the military was, especially like the Marine Corps, and everybody was like, oh my God, out of all branches, why did you join the Navy? So I didn't really understand how serious it was, and it's kind of like a blessing in disguise that I didn't end up, shipping out to, on the day I was supposed to, and then it kept getting delayed and delayed because I probably would have never had what I have right now. At the time I only had, I had a TV and a monitor, and I was streaming off my Xbox. So, it was like I had like it was really basic, and then it was like, okay, like now plan A didn't work out. I didn't have a backup. Like it was just my main goal was to just go to boot camp and then, start whatever I was gonna do after that. And it didn't happen. And then I was like, okay, like even she had to talk with me. She was like, okay, like what are you gonna do now? I didn't have no job. I didn't have nothing. It was like, oh, just gonna stream. And then, streaming started blowing up. I was getting, monthly checks from Twitch, and it was like, okay, like this could maybe do something. Maybe this was the right thing to do, was to, maybe this all happened for a reason. Me not going and all that stuff.
I just got my first payment from Twitch, by the way.
Congrats. It
Yeah.
feels good. It feels
A
so
little
good because
bit
you're like,
extra in your
damn, like
pocket.
I just got paid for playing video games. It feels great.
Yep,
You might make enough to
$137.
survive, but just be careful. God forbid it becomes more than a couple hundred in a year. That's all
Taxes.
taxable. And it's all recorded by them because they ask you for tax information.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Just remember
my
that
biggest,
because you
I
make
had my-
enough that it might be, even if it's only $1,000, the IRS may say,
So,
"Hey, you make
Currently,
more
in
than
the military,
20,000."
They go off just your base pay. Like I get extra pay. Like I get housing allowance and food allowance.
Well, you
right?
get a different type of paycheck though.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is the bracket I'm in, I'm considered we're considered lower class at
Yeah.
our current rank for Kano and I. So if I go up one bracket, it's not gonna hurt me that bad. You know what I mean? Because now, granted, if I pulled in, if shit got super intense and I became the next like ninja, of course, then I'm gonna be paying some fatty taxes. But
Yeah, you
I
hopefully
think,
not
like,
dumb
for
enough
me,
to
like,
fucking.
the last 2 months have been my last 2 months of streaming were backed up. I didn't get my check from Twitch. They emailed me saying there was a problem with my payment method. Turns out I had an old card on file, an old like direct deposit link on file, so I put it to my PayPal. I got like my biggest check ever from Twitch, and I sat here and I was like, wow, I really just got all this money just from literally sitting here and just kind of playing. I got a check
Amazing,
from Twitch
isn't it?
from, I
This
got like
this is the
100.
only world you fucking know, kid. This is the only world you know. Our
Yeah,
world comes from a world where you had to go through, you had to jump through fucking all kinds of hoops just to play online with your friends, bro. All types of shit.
Bad.
like
This
I'm not saying like like you say you got
Oh my
$330.
God.
That's still a lot of money.
We can't even
That
explain to
comes
you
from
what it was
subs.
like to grow
That
up.
comes from like as many subs as you have as a. But from like when I was sitting here and I was just like, it was literally, I was telling her, I was like, to get a monitor, with my desk, and I was like, I didn't have enough. Everything I have gets to my mom for groceries. We got to have food in the house for God forbid, this virus goes on for the rest
Smart.
of the year. And I got a notification from PayPal, and it was like all I seen was an 8, and the first number was an 8. I was like, what, dude? I was like, get the fuck out of here! It's crazy. I was like, yo, this shit is so fucking. I was like, oh, I'm about to buy like 6 keyboards, 5 monitors.
How long you
like-
been doing this? That you've been making okay money from it?
I started streaming when 3 years ago.
How long
Heavy.
have you been getting normal checks from Twitch?
Oh, getting for about since last year November.
Did you have
I've
to
been
record
getting.
it this year on your taxes?
I don't think so.
Well,
I
you
didn't file taxes.
Pay attention. Pay attention, bro.
Yeah.
Pay
Fucked up.
attention.
Yeah.
Pay attention and watch out,
but-
because the government knows how much you're making. Trust me.
Yeah. So
They're not
it
gonna tell
was
you how
good.
much you owe them, but they know how much you
No.
owe them.
Yeah.
I got a
It's-
good question
it's
that I
just-
thought of for you two. Since you guys came from lower class lives, and then and then what? In like high school, you went to the next level with family.
Yeah, moving in with my dad.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say,
Okay.
fix his hair.
Is it slightly easier for you to live on a military paycheck coming from that life? Is it slightly easier to regulate yourself?
I'd say to a certain extent, right? Like moving in with my dad, like showed me the better things in life, so it made me want them even more. So I would say that like I am good with my money. I do know that there's always that chance. Hey, what happens
She's
if you're
laughing her
broke?
ass off.
Like what happens if you're broke? So like I know what it feels like to be broke, but at the same time, I want to live like the best that I can right now, all the way until I die. I don't know if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
like some days I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna buy this gun, or fuck it, I'm gonna buy this new part for my computer. Like fuck
I'm gonna buy
savings,
this new
whatever.
gun.
And then like the next 3-4
She's getting a
months,
hair
I'm like,
tie. Oh, here we
shit,
go.
I shouldn't have bought that. I need to
Dude,
save money.
dude, you
know?
guys want to make some money? We could do this shit. We could have the girls do your hair and just record it and make some fun shit.
Shady, Kano, it's like when I got the Trump bucks. What did I do?
But
I went
he,
spend a
dude,
new gun,
I was
you know?
sitting there when he checked his paycheck, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go buy." Within 40 minutes, he was out the door on his way to the gun shop. Literally, within 40 minutes, he was like, "I hit my buddy up. We're going," and he comes back like 2 hours later. I got the gun of my dreams. Those are expensive too, right? Aren't they for handguns?
I
F&N?
dropped $600 the other day. You want to see it?
That's expensive for a
Scrub.
handgun, isn't it?
Which one?
Yes,
Scrub.
You got
Yes.
that.
Is this our new look, dude?
dude, we're ready.
I'm feeling it.
Let's go.
All you gotta do is cut the sides, and you'll be there.
Yeah, like a mid-man
I
bun.
see
Do you have
Really?
blue eyes too, Dalton?
We call it the
Or they're
onion
dark.
bun.
I like that, the onion bun.
You got
The
dark
onion
eyes with
bun.
Dalton?
What's up?
You got dark eyes or light? I can't tell.
They're light. Hang
He
on.
has green hazel eyes.
Oh, so
I
he's
was-
just
oh!
slightly
How do I
off
look at the-
Hitler's idea of
Shady.
perfection.
I got green hazel eyes too. Hey,
I got an onion too.
But you guys.
Come on.
Here, we'll get you a hair tie.
I don't have anything. You feel me? Like I just
No, I'm good.
there's nothing to pull. It's short now.
You honestly, hey, I know you said you're Puerto Dominican. 'Cause of your
You
eye
just
color.
cut. You just cut out
Everybody's
so
cutting out
heavily.
tonight. Everybody's
You
cutting
look
out.
more Dominican than Puerto Rican.
Oh,
'cause
that's
you-
an insult. That's an insult. That's a heavy insult.
I can't tell the
Listen, I
difference.
understand that all the what am I
There
looking
we go.
for? The Hispanic and Latin communities dislike each other. They don't like
Well,
being.
no. I don't think it's that. I think a lot of Puerto Ricans dislike Dominicans because you're gonna hear it. They're just extremely loud for no reason. That's it. Like we're kind of we're quiet. You know, we listen to bachata. You know, old like Puerto Rican parents and grandparents listen to a lot of bachata. You know, and then you got like Dominicans where they just kind of listen to reggaeton, and that's just like, bro, you gotta chill.
Yo, that
That's
shit's lit though.
It's not
It
just
is
like
lit, but
it's
you
not-
gotta understand, reggaeton is the same beat every single song. Listen to Nicki Jam's African rap art. It's
Nicky
the
Jams
same
is
beat
trash.
every single song. It's the same beat, and it's like, oh my god, I'm getting a headache. This is so fucking annoying.
Bro,
Off
it's
topic.
literally-
Jay, how awesome is that hat for a beanie? They're really good, aren't they?
Yeah, I love beanies. And when he first got this, he was excited as shit. And I was, fuck is that?
All I have is hoodies
What a
and
fucking
beanies. All the
loser.
and I gotta get you one of our hoodies then too, because they're fucking soft and comfy.
Yo, my like the best hoodie I ever
Well,
owned is
once this is over, I'll order you one just for yourself, because you look like you like hoodies too.
This is the shit.
I can't even hear it. Oh god, stop.
I don't know if they can hear it.
I don't know what they're saying. He's saying go for me though. I
You
know
wanna hear
that.
some like traditional? Like I'll give you some like real like heavy Puerto Rican music. Like when I went to Puerto Rico, that's all they
I
played.
can't
And she
believe
knows
I'm friends
exactly
with
what
you
I'm
two.
playing.
You guys look so ridiculous right
so-
now. You completely forget your hair looks like that, and you just look
I love it.
ridiculous.
I'm chilling, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. You look ridiculous. You don't
Can
even
you hear
have
this?
hair, loser.
Like it's a choice.
No, I hate the microphone is so good, but it's so bad because you can't.
That's
You can hear
it.
this? No,
No, that's
you can't hear from my phone.
Damn
We
it,
can
so
make a TikTok out of this shit.
I need booby tassels. It's like a spinner.
so
Nipple
back
tassels.
to your Dominican subject. It's not just the music, man. Every Dominican I know, like in the military,
Right,
they're the
that's it.
type of dude that's
But-
like trying to get like just talking to somebody else, and you can hear them from like half a building away. They'll just be laughing, and their laugh, it'll like a normal person's like, ha! They'll be whoa, like screaming at the top of their fucking lungs with a goddamn laugh.
He's
Okay.
just like,
I went to a very Spanish high school my freshman year, and it was all Puerto Rican and Dominican. I was one of 10 white kids in that entire school, and there was like 10 black kids in the entire school. And my understanding is Puerto Ricans are all thieves, and Dominicans are stupid as fuck. Listen, this is from their mouths.
Dominicans are crayon eaters, okay?
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
They know they know
I know what he's saying.
they know they're crayon eaters.
Yeah, it's just like the Marine Corps.
Oh, crayon eaters. Crayon, he said. Crayon eaters.
Crayon eaters.
Yeah, Marines when they get upset, all you gotta do is give them some steroids, a box of crayons, and they're happy.
That's crazy.
That's the
I
reason
feel
why
like I feel like we need
It's
to find
funny
a Marine
because I have
and
a
have
few
them
Marine
defend
friends,
themselves.
and I could totally see it.
Yo, when I tell you, like, I was like I was like there. I was supposed to be gone. Like my ship date was the November 20 something. I had the winter ship day. I was going to go with all the older dudes, because like I think they say later in the year, like towards people ship out to boot camp.
Actually,
and
now
then
show us your
versus
tattoos.
the earlier in the year. And then like I was supposed to go November 29th, and then it got pushed back. Somebody else took my ship date, and then I was gonna go December, and then that got pushed back to January, and then it just kept getting pushed back over and over and over. And I was like, you know what, dude, I'm done. I'm just gonna go. I stopped going to the recruiting station. They never called me back. Nothing. Now they call me back. Like they're like, hey, are you still interested? I'm like, no, I got tattoos, dude. I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do
Trump's
Can't you
president.
still
They'll
get
let
him
you
a
in now.
I can't have any
Not
of my
on his
hand tattoos.
hands.
The last time I went to the recruiting station to consider it,
You're going to
consider it-
war. Why does it matter where you have tattoos?
So the last time I went to the recruiting
That's the big
station
reason.
to consider re-enlisting, the second they see my hand tattoos, there was like, you need to get all of them removed, pay for you to get them removed. I was like, no,
I had some of this, and they made me, when I was doing the whole process, they made me document every single one because they wanted to make sure nothing was gang affiliated or can be
They said I
misconstrued.
I
There's
couldn't
no
have
American.
my,
They don't want American flags because God
Yeah.
forbid you fall into the wrong hands. They don't want to have an immediate identifier that you're American and shit like that.
my recruiter said that I couldn't have my middle
Flag
finger
on your
tattoo.
fucking
I
uniform
couldn't
doesn't
have
count, eh?
my like this one right here on my ring finger. The arrow could have the like this little small one right here, and then I could have my semicolon. But I had to pass off the arrow key as like a marriage thing, and I was like, yeah, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. No.
Oh, she's got a bunch too. Yeah, your whole forearm.
Her tattoos are dope. I'm jealous because I have a like my mom's a tattoo artist, and it's like she's so lazy to.
Me and your mom are gonna hook up after this, man. We're gonna not like that. No, no. You actually, your mom and my girl are probably gonna hook
there's
up.
That's the second time you've talked about his mom, dude.
Shh, don't tell Amanda.
He's trying to be your dad. I told
I'm telling you, dude.
I could be his fucking dad. His mom's my age.
Dude, my dad is only 36.
Yeah, I'm 33. I could be your daddy.
Your dad is 10 years older than I am.
Wait, wait,
My
wait,
dad is a fucking.
wait,
My
wait.
dad is what you would say a typical cranny.
wait.
That dude gets mad
Cap.
at the fucking world. He walks around with his dog tags on, out of his shirt like it's a regular like
Cap.
chain, everything. Yeah,
If your mother's 38 and your dad's 30, how old? 36, you said?
my dad was 16 when my dad was 16, and then my mom was.
I was gonna say, I was just like, is your dad 15 when
No,
she?
no, I'm 16. I'm sorry. I don't speak to my dad. I don't even know.
Oh.
I just know that my dad was 16, my mom was 17.
Well.
Damn, your mom raped your dad?
Oh, wow.
Hey, it wasn't rape if he liked it.
That's what they say about me.
Cradle
Looks
robber.
better now.
They
His
say
is like
I,
his is like this.
Who
say
the
I
fuck
rock
says
the
that, Jay?
cradle. Yeah,
Who says that?
people say I rock the cradle.
Robbed.
Rob the cradle.
This girl said people say.
Yo,
she
so you be
rocks the
walking
cradle.
around telling
that cradle.
so
Rock it.
you've been walking around telling people how old you are.
Well,
Because ain't nobody
When
can
they
guess it.
ask, like, when they ask how old Dalton is, and when I was saying, I was saying, oh, I'm 20. When you were 21, how old was I? 25, about to be 26. They'd be like, oh, damn, so you robbed the cradle.
just think about this. She graduated.
Yeah.
Cut out. What did you say?
She was in high school when I graduated 8th grade.
Who cares?
When she graduated high school, I was in 8th grade.
Who cares?
As long as that's not when she was banging you, then it's okay.
Yeah, who gives? No. He's a guy.
What
It's
would be the
fine.
difference?
He's a
That'd be
guy. It's
still-
fine.
It would have been cooler if we were banging.
I feel left out.
Here's the thing.
But
Here's the
me.
thing, Ryan. It's like when you have the hot teacher and you're the one kid banging her. Everyone wants to be you, okay? If you're a guy, it's totally fine. If she's older, if he's in 8th grade, that's fine. If it was the other way around, then it's a little weird.
Yeah, if it was
Is
the other
it?
way around.
That looks nice.
I mean, you could get away with Jay telling them that you're like younger than he is, and they believe you because fucking Dalton looks old as shit, but
Yeah,
especially
and
with that dumbass mustache. I mean, good looking mustache.
He looks
This is
like
what
he
gets
could
the
be a
ladies,
star in
dude.
porno, okay?
By the way, if you go back and watch the podcast when you first came home, and you're talking about meth, and the more I watched it, the more you looked like you were actually on fucking meth.
Facts.
It was hilarious.
Yo, I had so many people that watched that podcast, and they were like, "Bro, as soon as you got up and walked away, guys, look at those legs, dude."
Hey, we said it earlier in this one too.
Yeah.
Wow, were you just skinny?
No.
No, he's just got good legs from running and walking all the time and carrying
You know
that
what I'm
fat
saying?
ass.
The boy's got some cheeks.
You don't run.
Not since coronavirus. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? That's like-
Corona has been horrible for my weight. I've literally gone up like 15
And
pounds.
it's all in your neck.
That shit does look thick though.
Vic Valdi.
Yeah, but your chin connects now.
What you got? You guys see it? The angle. Gotta get the
Kano,
right.
stop! You're blinding me, dude. Turn off your light or something. Jeez. It's like a fucking mirror.
Oh, I feel like he knows exactly how to
He
irritate
looks
you.
like
made him sad.
Saitama from One Punch Man.
Aw.
Oh, Kano.
Aw. You hurt his feelings.
Oh, Kano.
Kano, did you see the picture I put in the chat before?
What?
There's
Yeah,
a picture.
the one with the
My pass.
Orthodox Jew hat on.
Yep. That was me, 30 pounds heavier.
Stoker's bad.
Cheers. Hell yeah.
Is there anything
Carly
else?
called me a bitch when I hung up. She's like, you're being such a little bitch.
Dipping.
Hey, you got
Wait.
some on your lip, Kano.
Is it called
What?
chewing or is it dipping?
Both.
Both.
She used to like get so mad at me because I used to say I want.
That shit's gross, dude. I just smoke cigars, man. You don't need it.
Listen, all right. Sometimes
Listen
you
here,
gotta
bro.
Throw fatty chaw in, you know what I'm saying?
Listen
There's
here,
some time.
brother.
They're in the military. That's what they do.
Like
They can't smoke
sometimes
everywhere
these-
anymore, so.
Sometimes these little alien things aren't good enough, and you gotta throw you in.
You said what? You didn't like that you were what? You wanted to try it?
You said what?
You said she didn't want you to do it?
No, because I this guy randomly popped up in my recommended on YouTube. Outlaw something, and all he does is chew and review like different types of dip. And I was like, yo, this is like the most southern person I watch on YouTube. I want to try this shit, and this looks so interesting because I never knew what it was, or I didn't know it was a thing. And so I was like, yo, I want to try this. Fucking stupid. I was like, okay, never mind.
Yo, it gives you such a fat head rush the first time you do it. Most people throw
Dude,
up.
the first time you do it, it was like the
It's
first.
better
like,
leave it
20
that way the
11
whole
times
fucking
I
time.
did it.
Yeah, I just stick to vaping. So. And I don't even vape
Have you
nothing
told
big.
your
Like,
wife you're gay yet, or your girlfriend that you're gay yet? I don't know if she's your wife or girlfriend.
Who, me?
No, I mean, you said you vape, right?
Kano,
You
you
tell her
vape
to
too.
yet?
oh yeah,
listen-
me and Scrub, me and Scrub, you're gonna have a nice big
Hey,
fat
You don't
fat
have
session.
to vape to be
Bitch.
gay, dude. I'll suck a dick.
This is
$20 is
hers.
$20.
She already
It's
told
not
me that she's
mine.
lesbian.
Yo, $20 is $20.
Oh my god.
That's
The
not
only fun
true.
that I have is my weed pen, so get the fuck out of here.
I don't know. Both of you guys are convincing me that you're girls right now with that little fucking ponytail you got going on. It's kind of turning me on.
Mm.
Kind of look like gay unicorns.
I mean, if you want a blowjob, $20 is $20, bro.
Scrub, this should be your logo. Just a photo of it.
I like
Because
to
it's like a
press
whale
it.
tail, dude. Scrubble it
Hey,
on.
Jay,
I
do
don't
this.
think you
for
I'm
all-
thinking
get
of
that
two,
way even if
hey,
you
I'm
tried.
thinking of two different types
It
of whale
looks
tails
beautiful
right
on
now.
you, by the way.
Thank you.
Go- Jay, you paying attention?
Huh?
You got Jay.
She's like, hello, bitch. Yes, I fucking hear you.
You gotta do this
She's
for
been
Dalton when
drinking
he puts
since
the
we
dip in.
started this, by the way, just so you know.
Have you pushed Dalton's dip?
He doesn't have a dip in.
Mm.
He's being
She's done it,
respectful
though.
right now, motherfucker. I don't even know.
Have
What
you
that
like
means.
straight? Did it like go all over your mouth, or was it like a weak one, or?
Nah, I keep.
never did that to you.
Listen, Bo. When I put a fat lip in, Bo, that thing stays tight. You know what I'm saying? I don't put no lip in there.
Does that
Stays right here
irritate
in
the
these
shit
gums.
out of you when he
Listen here,
pretends to be a
brother.
Southern white trash and not just California white trash?
He can
has
do.
a lot of accents, so.
Oh, let me hear it. I only have one good one. Brit. I can be a Brit.
No, he has like he has
Elmo.
like 7.
Elmo, let's
Yeah,
go.
but-
I'm gonna be up in this bitch every night. You know what I'm saying?
Does he pull that shit out in the bedroom?
Sometimes I just want to get it from the back.
He's
Up on
like,
top going, yeah, girl, and he goes, oh, girl.
I really want
No,
to,
you mean
but
his
I'm
Asian
afraid
one?
it'll just deaden
No,
the
the one
mood
where
and
he's
I'll
like,
never
okay,
get laid.
but-
Yo, dude, you're married, you got a 4-year-old. There's not
Just-
much more
just
dead than you
imagine-
can get at this point in your life.
Just imagine that scenario, like, you know, people having sex and then all of a sudden Elmo's like, you liked it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
The
that's-
only accent I have is the Brit. I can be a good Brit.
I can do Russian. Wait, that
Call
was
me
bad. Hang on.
Hey, I have a question that I gotta ask for all the ladies.
Okay.
Your honest opinion, good or bad, because I don't think Amanda hopes this fails, but I think she hopes that it slows down a little bit. Where do you want, including with your family and your relationship, what you think would be best for your life, besides possibly becoming the next ninja or something like that? Where do you want this gaming thing to go? Because for them all, it's kind of unknown. Like, it all depends on what we do as a whole for them to be able to be to further their careers if they don't do it on their own. Where do you all want this to go? Do you want it to slow down a little bit? Do you want it to be something they enjoy more?
Or end all completely.
Honestly, because it's not, because gaming's a love and it's not going to end, even if the PDHM business ends.
So, are you asking us?
I'm asking the women because you guys aren't involved in this organization and how it works and the gaming stuff.
As long as he keeps the passion for it and he feels as though he's succeeding at it, I'm with it. But as soon I'm the ups and downs are based off of him. Like, I used to not be for this. I used to, like I said in the beginning, I used to hate that he was on the game so long. But
He would tell
because
us when we played
he's built
competitive.
these relationships with you guys and he's investing, getting the tools that he needs to do this, because it's spending, our paycheck on stuff like that's not really, it wasn't essential at the time, but because he's making it a priority, I'm okay with it. And if he gets rich off this shit, I don't.
We're hoping we all do.
Hey, big house for me. Shit.
Who's next?
I don't know. And I even got him. Did you guys see the shirt that I?
Yeah, he
got
showed
made
us.
for him and the
That was pretty
hoodies?
cool.
Like, I'm investing too. Like, I'm with it.
Good. That's cool. I like that. You're wearing our hat. That's even better.
I thought that was an yes,
See?
but
Yeah.
that's-
They're nice, dude. I was so surprised when I bought all the shit I bought. Who's next? Who's next?
Any take.
You're listening?
Yep.
Okay. I'll go next. See, that's cool. Jay, you bought him that? I love
Yeah, I
that.
want one.
Made.
That's
I
cool.
needed a
So
design so I could buy one.
His old Shady Rooster logo that he had,
Oh, shit.
right?
You
So
cut
I
out.
had him find
didn't hear
another
anything you
rooster
said.
that we bought. We bought that rooster, so he owns the rights to
That's cool.
that logo. So
That's
we
cool.
can make banners, posters, fucking party cards, blankets, sweatpants, and have that logo on it because it's his. Because I bought it.
Dude, that is
Awesome.
so cool. Yeah, you need one. You need to do. you
Just
need
a
to do
big old round
That's cool.
face with
Big old
with a neck just as wide as the face.
I could just do like the
Big old
traditional,
ball,
like
dude.
the traditional smiley face, like
What do you
with the
Oh,
smile.
Amanda taught my daughter how to choke me the fuck out today, by the way.
I like that.
I was
That's
tickling her, and they were both teaming up against me, and Olivia's grabbing one arm, and I'm going, "Ah," and I tickle her with this hand, and then she grabbed the other one, and Amanda's like, no, get your arm around his neck, and she's like, got it, and she's just like, kind of got me, but then she's like, no, grab your arm, and she was fucking choking me. My little 10-year-old daughter was choking me, and I said, please stop.
Dang.
All right,
So
who's
what's your-
next?
What's your answer?
My answer is
Honest.
I'm trying to figure out a good way to word this.
Doesn't have to be nice.
As long as he stays motivated with it. That's a big thing with us. I am very motivated, and he sometimes loses interest and loses motivation. And I get mad, and I'm like, well, why? Why are you not motivated? And so as long as he's motivated to do it, then I'm all in. Like, I am in. Like, whatever he needs, I got it. Like, I just want him to be happy. I want him to be able to, like,
Taking notes?
be flexible. Like,
There's a
be-
whole lot of cap in this rap.
like, I want him to be able to
Kano
be
said,
flexible and not
"Oh,
have to
you're-
fucking have 12-hour days in the fucking army. Like, I want to live on a beach. Like, I want to live on a fucking beach someday. Like, making money. Like, that's my goal. Like, I'm already working towards it. So, like, I want him to do something with his too. Like, so if he gets out of the military and like he wants to do this, like, that's cool. But like, I would love to see him like blow up big. I think that'd be amazing. As long as he's motivated and he does it, then yeah, I'm in. Like, so I don't know.
But what if it
We'll see.
doesn't? What if it doesn't get big?
Then that's okay. He has a passion
Stop,
for it.
because
Like,
it
I
is-
have other passion for other things too. Like, this is his passion. Like, he likes it. So, like, it's the same thing as like me liking other stuff too. Like, it's a passion of yours. So, like, why wouldn't you stick
So
to
it's
it?
like the same to you as like you're crafting or
Yeah. Like
Okay.
crafting, paddleboarding, mountain biking, hiking, like those are my things that I like to do with or without him. And like that's the same with video gaming. Like I don't really know what's going on half the time. I just hear it in the bedroom when he's yelling. He's like saying basement, 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 basement. And like I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what are
Hey,
you
that's
talking
Clubhouse,
about?
and I know
So I had to like shut the fucking door and shit. But
So
like,
it's kids' dorms.
I don't care. Like, as long as he's happy. Like, he hasn't been this happy in a long time, and he has friends, which I'm happy about. He doesn't make friends.
you
He's
saying?
kind of a psychopath.
Yes.
That's a joke. But he's a
Yeah, he straight
sociopath,
up said
so-
when you were
fine.
gone, Dalton, he was like, "Yeah, I'm a shitty friend."
Cut out. Wait, you cut out.
He's when
I
you were
said-
gone and you were home. He straight up told us, he goes, "I'm kind of a shitty friend." He goes, "I do my part, but I'm a shitty friend because I don't do what I should."
Yeah. Yeah. he
See,
knows
I'm
that.
gonna clue. So, not so much you two because you guys kind of grew up in it, but they're new to this, and they're new to PDHM specifically. And I try not to pat ourselves on the back, but we are literally the parts of the industry that we are involved in. We are changing the way that other teams do it, because we've been doing this for 10 years. Back when it was just Facebook and like it was hard to coordinate this shit, and like we now traveled just to meet each other and just to hang out. And it became a different animal now. And now we're attempting to run a legit gaming business, so that's a different animal too. But it's what we get from this is totally different than the money side. Like, I don't know who else checked in with you, Shady, when you were gone, but I'm sure I wasn't the only one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
If
like,
we're being honest. So from PDHM, I mean Scrub. As soon as I got back, was already aware.
yeah,
Um,
he found. I was with him when you told him.
Yeah, Kano reached out to me a couple times, but it was you three. And then I mean I have a couple other friends.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you're still new to the family, basically.
Yeah,
So
but I had that support. You really spearheaded it though, Jers. To be honest, and I appreciate that because like seeing that message, you know, when you DM me, I was like, holy shit, because I didn't expect it. You know what I mean? I didn't expect to get on Discord and see someone reaching out about what I was going through.
yeah,
I expected every message that I had to read to be about a video game or something. So
we became this organization that we became through a lot of. So I was already an adult with a kid. Rich was doing his thing with his kid,
I was
making his way back to
15.
America. Scrub was 15, but through the trials and tribulations of becoming adults, people passing away, kids being suicidal in like middle school and high school, and getting through it because they had the friends of PDHM. Chris, who you are going to see more of lately, was literally about to drop out of high school and hated his father, arguing with his mother because they were going through their own marital shit, and sitting there and being able to talk to him and being like, listen, if I can give you one piece of advice, just finish fucking high school. You know, a lot of, like, me going through, like, I have stories for days about my ex and the shit I had to go through, working 24 hours a day just to have enough money to support her drug habit type shit. And the only thing saving grace is coming home and just having a bunch of people to play video games with. You know?
yeah,
Like, you have family there as well, but also that 2 or 3 hours you get at that point where you can just clear your mind and get into another world. And it's like going into a fantasy world to a certain extent. I mean,
Yeah,
your fantasy world is only Siege, but
that's where prior to switching to PC and finding PDHM and everything, I really failed at is I was in a real shitty mind space with the way my unit was when I first got to Colorado. And at the time, Kano introduced me to Siege on console, or Thickball.
this game's fucking gay.
I don't know who Kano is, but I used that as an outlet, but I neglected my family by doing that because I'd get home from work late, spend 30 minutes talking to them, and then I'd just be on the game and they'd both be asleep. So I've definitely come a long way, and I think PDHM is definitely an organization that feels pretty much like family. Like I haven't had to like I'm not like, oh, I fucking hate this guy, I hate this guy, I hate this guy. I like Scrub, he's cool, but I hate everyone.
I fucking hate you.
What?
I fucking love you. Marry me.
Why are you listening to your mic?
Because that's where he's coming out of.
He's coming out of your mic?
Not really. No. I don't know why I did that. Honestly, I was halfway through. I look retarded, but I just gotta stick with it. You know?
Doesn't work the same way.
But no, I love you too, Scrub. And no, PDHM, I felt comfortable. Richard, again, I already said this in the first podcast I was in. He gave me a little bit of a rapey vibe, but you know, now that I know him,
I've known him since I was a child. My asshole is
because
loose.
the first thing he did,
lady.
he said, Shady, give me some of that buttery sauce. And I was like, whoa. What
You
the
should have
fuck?
learned from your wife there telling you fucking call me a bitch
Call
and
him a
fuck my
bitch and
ass.
fuck me in the ass,
Yeah, I
dude.
should have been prepared. She's honestly, she groomed me for that, and I still was. But
What are you doing?
this shit's giving me a headache.
Rookie.
Okay, next. One of you two. You guys have different perspectives, because this is the only reason why I say it's different, because you guys are coming in later, older, somewhat established in your life. They've been in it, in this world, for a while. Maybe not PDHM world, but... Okay, I guess Ashley's first.
No, I'm asking what the question.
The question was, where do
What's the
you
question?
personally, as the woman of the relationship, want this to go? What do you want out of it? Whether you want it to slow down so you could have a better relationship, you want it to blow up so he can be fulfilled. Whatever you feel you want personally out of this in your personal relationship regarding to gaming and PDHM and stuff.
I mean, I don't really care as long as he enjoys it and like if it's what he wants to do. I mean, I want to get into stream. Like, if we can do it together, then that'd be like fun. I feel like some people would really want to see like couple streaming and that.
That'd be cool. I'd watch it.
Like a duo stream or something like that.
That'd
Like
be really cool, actually.
Yeah,
that'd be dope.
yeah, hell yeah.
What's like how many like people do you see? Like how many couples do you see like stream together? Like seriously, how many do you see on Twitch?
Like hardly any.
Of
I've
what
tried to
name
convince
two.
like Carly
That's
to
it.
fucking hop on and start playing games with me like on console and shit when I had to, and she would never do it.
I don't want to play.
It's hard, you know. Like the only like mainstream
gotta get rid of her.
the only
Time
the
to trade up.
the only mainstream streamer who honestly did it and it kind of worked out for a short period of time was, I mean, sad to bring up the name, but it was Ninja.
Fuck that guy.
Him and Jess were really like doing the cooking streams, and it just stopped. Like you never see her anymore.
There was
And it
some
sucks 'cause-
Battlefield guys back in the day that had their girlfriends involved in their YouTube videos too.
Pingu does it now. So Pingu's a
Shroud and Pengu are the only two I can name right
yeah,
now.
I know.
And
I know
Mendo.
Shroud does it. I didn't know Pengu does it because every time I watch him, it's like he's just there.
I forget your
he's always
name.
playing
What's
with
your
his
name again?
Larissa.
Larissa. Same question to you.
I mean, as long, just like everybody's saying, like as long as they keep the passion, I guess that's all that matters. Like I want to become a journalist, so I want to go off to school, and there's like, I don't want to stay in the city forever, and I don't know if like that's everybody's like deal of like moving and then moving forward or whatever. But like for as long as I know, like everybody has this like has been doing streaming for about the same amount of time at like a different point of their life for like the same time. So it's like as long as you keep the passion to keep doing it, no matter what happens, as long as you know, like if you have the thought of, hey, this may not work out in the long run, as long as you have kind of like I know this won't work, but I'm still gonna try, and then have a backup just in case. As long as you have that mentality of like knowing where you messed up at and where to keep going, then it should be no problem.
That's how I look at it. Even if PDHM as a business fails in the end, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. The money that we're spending is what it
I was gonna
is,
say,
and
even if it costs you thousands of dollars.
yeah, realistically, Yes, I love what I do, and I love playing video games, and I love all of you, and I love these things that we do, and this is fun. They're horrible. They're fun for us to watch, like they're not that great, but I enjoy it, and I don't give a fuck. I'm having fun, and I'm very passionate about it. I'm very passionate about PDHM as a whole because I've watched some of these kids grow up from young children too. Well, you
All right,
dipped
Joe
off for a
Biden,
bit.
chill out.
I have a question.
I was 15, then I dipped out. But yeah.
What's up?
So, are you guys like? Is PDHM gonna make I know PDHM.Gaming has a Twitch channel, but I feel like this should be something that's broadcasted, in real time.
What do you
Because
mean?
it's gonna like PDHM already has a following on Twitch on the PDHM.Gaming channel, so I feel like if you actually streamed these podcasts, it would
I
bring
usually
in
stream
people
them.
because
We in these past couple of months were so overwhelmed with how much we did and kind of not really like we're starting to get into bringing on management type people now because it's at the point now where we've created everything. Everything, the base of everything is there. We have the one Pro Gears team. The Call of Duty guys just played in a major and did really good. The Rainbow Six guys are competing
guys
now
just
for
played in
their stuff. Yeah, they're
qualification
playing
or
for the. Is
qualifier.
that one? That's not done though, right? That goes on for a little bit.
That finished today. They finished 5th.
Okay, so they just came in 5th for their Pro League qualifier. I don't know what happens after this.
Not Pro League. It was AGN League.
Oh,
but it
AGN.
was
Okay, so
5th out
that's
of
the first
35
step for
teams.
them until they get their full team. The podcasts are just fun. All the streamers and the PDHM streaming. So right now we're kind of in the process of the sponsorship stuff and figuring out how the fuck to make all this work where we can step back a little bit and concern ourselves mainly with the actual business
side. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, all I'm saying is like if you guys give out, the login stuff, you could give it to Scrub. You could give
That's
it to
what we're trying to
Gravy.
do, but we have to
Yeah,
keep
and
it
that way-
even too because when we do that, you personally, your channel won't make any money. You get what I'm saying?
I don't care about our individual channels because all I know
yeah.
is I streamed one podcast that we did. I just left my stream going, and I actually ended up getting like 10 viewers, and people
Same.
say I had 10 viewers for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stream
And
mine.
people
We
enjoyed
want to
it.
keep
We're
it
just-
to somewhat scheduled. So if we
Yo,
do that,
Shady.
say it would be Tuesday night, we do it. And that would be the live stream. Like the first one we ever did was very successful. That
Shady,
one
remember
was
when
very
Og came in and did
interactive.
that bullshit?
Yeah,
Remember
that's
when that
why
kid did
we're
that
trying to
stupid
keep it.
I had
a little-
14 fucking viewers when he did that.
Yeah. So
People enjoy it because they're getting to see the people behind the curtain.
yes.
And they're
Word.
seeing more about PDHM. Like we don't have to be structured because the first one I was in was with Gravy and it was very structured with questions and
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask this person.
We're gonna
and
try
that
to get
person.
back to that a little bit.
Well,
Like
but-
tonight
but
is gonna
it-
look structured when it's finished.
This is content though, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? You get
That's why I've been
clips
streaming
of
so much.
dudes saying, "Look at his fucking legs, bro!" Right?
Dude,
Like
they're so hot.
my viewers watched that podcast
Yeah.
and enjoyed it because it's not the video game all the time that viewers are coming for. I think a lot of times it's the personality, and right
It's-
here
they're
you have a
coming for
lot
the
of
Listen,
personality.
if
personalities
you,
meshing.
if any of you have any ideas that can help with the organization and help with everything and get something different,
Yeah.
we're open to it. If you want to
I just-
specifically stream yours on, or if you just want to stream on and do whatever the hell you want one night, all you gotta
Okay.
do is ask Rich, and we'll give you the stream key, and you can do it.
Okay.
I-
You know, like if you
I
have an
feel like-
idea, it can be done. It's just got to
I-
be brought up. You can't
Yeah,
just
yeah.
you can't keep it in your back pocket and then expect
Yeah.
us to think of it. Especially, I'm not a
I-
very creative
Yo.
person. I'm very imaginative. I have a very vivid imagination, but it's also not a artsy imagination. It's a very dark place. So my imagination gets very dirty, very dark. So I'm not so creative. I have ideas, like I like this idea that I have, like a Beyond the Brand I've been wanting to do, where I would sit down one-on-one with somebody and talk about the hard times and how gaming got you through it, type shit, you know?
Yeah.
But beyond that, I don't think a shit. Rich is, but he's so overwhelmed with everything.
Yeah.
Like, he's lucky if he gets to play some Mord out in the middle of the day in between meetings. Scrub has.
Today was the first day he's really gotten to play anything, and he's been
Scrub
trying to get me to
has.
play all day, but I was busy.
Scrub's been busy and he's trying to keep himself to some sort of streaming schedule, and then you guys are working. So even if you just have an idea and you're like, hey, one night I'd like to do this, let me do this on next Saturday night. Like, nobody ever opposes it, you know?
I feel like maybe because I don't know personally, but I know for me, I've been with like other orgs, like other like like we're big, but like I've been with other big orgs as well, and like
Pee yourself?
I just didn't like how they weren't as interactive with
Oh,
their community, Like here it was like, I told Richard, I don't know if you were there, Ryan, but I told Richard, I was like,
Even if I was there, I wouldn't fucking remember.
I told him, because he was like the one
There's no
the
right
one
next to
thing
it.
he asked me, he was like, what do you want? And I told
No, because I just finished.
like coming off of a previous Fortnite team, because every org I'm always with is for Fortnite, like it's just, I mean, that's just my thing, is it's just sadly fucking Fortnite. And it's like, it's the one thing that I've really like began to understand, especially about being in a very competitive scene, very competitive with especially younger players too, is just a lot of mental health, like there's just a lot of like especially again with the game, there's a lot of times where you just gotta kind of sit back, because it's like I'm getting so fucking pissed, and that ruins the day, like I'll play, and then I'll get upset at something, and then I'll get an attitude. She gets mad because she's like, you got a fucking attitude for no reason, it's just a fucking game. And then it's like, no, it's not just a fucking game.
Not just a game to you.
It's not just a fucking game. Like, this shit is like, I need to be the best I can fucking be.
That's a good
I need
attitude to have.
I need to beat these 14-year-old, 16-year-old fucking kids who do nothing but play all day long. I need to be that. And it's like, I like how here it's everybody has their own backgrounds, their own stories, their own fucking demons they can willingly share, and then we can all come together, chill and sit. Like with other orgs, I couldn't even, like the old dude, my old Fortnite manager, I couldn't go to him and be like, yo, like what's like what's up, dude, like what are you doing type shit. I would have to go to him and like ask for him properly.
He's doing it too.
And I guess that's cool, but like at the end of the day, we're playing fucking games, like I shouldn't have to sit here and be like, yo, sir, like, bro, go fuck yourself if that's the case.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna fucking address you as a sir.
At
Like,
the
you're not.
end of the day, if you're not having fun doing this, you shouldn't be fucking doing this. You're
Exactly.
gonna have moments where you fucking hate it. You're gonna have moments where you're gonna want to stop. But if you don't still see the fun in it, it's not worth doing. It's just like playing sports. If you ask any professional, they're like, "What's your favorite part about this?" They're like, "I get to still play a game I love." You know, it's the same thing. Like once it becomes beyond that, and it becomes like it really kills me when I go to these Call of Duty lands and I see these like it's nice to see the me or the shady coming with a kid and his wife or girlfriend's there supporting him, but it kills me because these people are like they're doing it because they love doing it, and there's no future for them in that specific arena besides just the joy out of it. But then you get these kids that come and they think there's a future. Unless you are that top 5 in the world, you're not going anywhere in Call of Duty. You can just enjoy it. But a lot of these kids get so disillusioned with the fame, and they grow up on these YouTube stars and Twitch stars, and then they think
They
like
think
this.
it's easy, and it's
They
not.
think that is
so
where they're gonna go.
fucking hard. Like, you think it's easy, like, okay, like for Call of Duty, and in like 2012, 13 was the most easiest game to play to become like Nate Shot, because fuck Ninja. Nate Shot was the ninja before Ninja was a thing. Nate Shot had all the hype, all the fame. Optic was the number one team in at the time, and it's like it's same thing for me. Like, I thought it was easy until I was at home with my classmates, GBing for 6 hours, 4 hours, when we had school the next morning. And it's like, it's just
Now he looks like Hitler's idea of perfection.
it's just so hard, like it's like when I went to Helix for the land, for one of the for the land before, or the land that got me into PDHM. you know, I told her to come with me, but she couldn't come. It's like it kind of sucks, you know, like being there alone. You know, I gotta. It's like I'm there alone. You know, I'm just there with my duo partner, not there with, you
Your
know, like
partner.
yeah, like my partner, and I mean it sucks, but it's like in this world, it's like all we really have is just the support. Like that's the only thing we need is just support. Like you know, we could lose a game, we can lose money, backbone to keep us going, and it's like
It's
that's
just
all we really
that's
need.
what we're about, man. We're about that support structure. You know, we come in, we say, hey, come and join the family. You know, all these people want to be pros, and then spend a month trying to do it, and then it's like, no, I don't have that type of fucking shit. He's just sitting there all quiet, just fucking hair parted. But in reality, how many of you thought you were gonna go to the next level until Scrub was like, nah, you guys aren't. You know what I mean? And you accepted it though because you were having fun.
It's
and
not my fault. It's Scrub's fault. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying you accepted it because you were enjoying it still.
Hey, Shady's the new team leader for that team now.
I didn't see it coming. Okay. I was sitting here in my house, this video game, and it's going real good. And I had a hypothesis that I could. That I could take it to the next level, and then Scrub said, "Hey, Shady, you're fucking off the team." And I said, "Whoa! Been playing good. I'm the best on the team, and I'm not a guy that likes to say that, but it's true. I was the best." And Scrub said, "Doesn't fucking matter." So here I am. I'm gonna be starting up another team for PDHM, the B team, but you know, I'm gonna be an A-list player.
You sound Canadian as fuck, dude.
I'm just gonna stick to my guns, and you know, if Scrub doesn't like it, he can suck it, and I just you know, I'll just go above his head. You know, he's real short, so that's pretty easy. You know?
It's not hard for anyone to go above 5'5", bro.
Yeah, honestly, dude.
You're 5'5".
Like, yeah.
You're fucking
he sent
short.
a video of him on a roof, and he said, "Look, short people problems," and he said, "Just kidding, I'm on a fucking roof." And that was the first time we saw eye to eye. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that was. How the fuck did you pull that? What is it like being married to this man? He's pretty quick mentally, huh?
I mean, honestly, I keep things interesting. You know,
You literally sound like a Canadian hockey player right now, like giving an interview. Like, oh, you got the MVP of the game. You were the goalie. You blocked 5 shots, or no, you blocked
Scrub, we can
5
hear you.
almost
Sit
goals.
the
Whatever.
fuck back.
Here, you take
I'm sorry.
this.
I'm fucking.
Yeah, Scrub, get you one of these right here, bud. You see
Really?
this thing? I can just move it. You know,
So here's the thing.
I can talk right into it so you can hear me real close. And then I can-
Shady. Do I either spend $80 on one of those, or do I
Damn.
spend it on
Want me to
getting
hop off this
getting
Ammo for
my
your gun?
pop-up fixed for vacation?
Honestly, you should get a mic because none of us can hear you, and your girlfriend had talking to a headset like this, like, "Hey, so this is my opinion." You know, like, how are you gonna have her going through those kind of difficulties? It's fucking 2020, man. You know, they make headsets
Oh god.
and microphones. You know, I
No,
mean,
is that too much work?
I actually.
I'm not a Scientologist yet, but
Oh yeah, just
I don't got my
You
major
look like
yet.
you run Scientology, dude.
suffice.